What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is time for the Preakness at Pimlico, the 149th running, and I got a play for you.
Trust the Profits is proud to be sponsored by Game of Silks. Go to silks.io to get in the game. Real ownership, real races, real rewards.
All right, folks. First of all, I put out a video about Muth, who I was guaranteeing victory earlier this week. Obviously, with the scratch, unfortunate. That's not happening, so let's do a little reboot on what I'm going to do with Muth out here. So it's an 8-horse field. First of all, I'll just run through them real quick. You got Uncle Heavy, 20-1. You got Muga2, 20-1. Just Steel, 15-1. Seize the Gray, 15-1. Tuscan Gold, 8-1. Catching Freedom and Imagination, both at 6-1. These are the morning lines. Mystic Dan at 5-2. I don't see how Mystic Dan's going to go off 5-2. It's probably more realistically going to be like 9-5, 2-1-ish. I think there's going to be enough money on the other horses to make him bettable. But here's my biggest problem. All right, so I look at all the talk about Imagination. Tuscan Gold getting a lot of hype. Seize the Gray obviously has some love out there too. Uncle Heavy and Just Steel have done enough in their prep season to make them somewhat interesting underneath. But my thing is, all the horses underneath are about the same. And if you're looking to bet an exacta or trifecta, and I know I'm going to get a lot of arguments, I'm saying they're about the same. I think talent-wise, or like what kind of my expectation is for them. So I cannot justify, trying to put an exacta together with any type of confidence, let alone a trifecta or super or whatever. So with that said, since I can't decide on an underneath horse that I like any more than the other, it's Mystic Dan for the win, baby. He did me really well in the Kentucky Derby. It is going to be rainy, wet, sloppy, most likely it sounds like. And his best run of his career outside of the Derby was definitely in a rainy, sloppy situation. So don't be afraid of that. If you want to talk about Imagination, and Catching Freedom's obviously the toughest opponent that he's going to see in this one to me. Tuscan Gold and Imagination, all the run, getting all kinds of attention. There's always a wise guy horse every year in the Preakness. And it was going to be Muth. I mean, Muth was the obvious choice. I think the race got probably more interesting without Muth, to be honest, because I think Muth was going to win easily. But with that said, Mystic Dan's going to win, folks. I don't see it going any other way, and I can't be confident with a horse underneath any better than the other one. I guess if you put a gun to my head, I would say Catching Freedom for second. But I know I'm going to take a lot of heat on this one because I am not giving a shot to the others, the new shooters, if you will, or what I call I don't like to bet on the unknown. What I do know is that Mystic Dan just won a Kentucky Derby in a much tougher field, a bigger field. I don't know. I really like him. I've always liked him, and I'm going to run it back. He's got a shot at the Triple Crown here, folks, and I think he's going to get beat at the Belmont, even if he wins this one. But it'd be a hell of a run for the sport to see another Triple Crown contender, and I think he's going to go into Belmont with the first 2 legs underneath his belt. And I wish him and the connections the best of luck here. Let's do it, Mystic Dan. Hopefully we get a reasonable price and just bet it hard, baby. Let's go.